So this here's some footage I've been sitting on ever since about summer. So in Australia, that was about 6-7 months ago. And this is one of the worst smokers cases that I've come across probably in my whole PC career. And it's just an absolute wreck. I cannot stand smokers' dust. Basically, it becomes a tar-like substance that tends to stick to every single device or every single surface. As you can see there, those air vents have no chance of actually being, or the filter has no chance of being used. That one there, as you can see, it tends to rot out fans. As you can see, they're barely hanging on those fans. So no wonder the fans weren't working in this computer. You can see there sitting in the bottom, there's actually the fan itself has dropped out and has landed there. And since the typical normal method of cleaning a computer case isn't really going to help, I've decided on this particular summer day that I'm going to bust out the Karcher. So hopefully a high amount of water pressure can clear it out, or at least as I know, that certainly did clear it out. And what I did from there to dry it was I essentially just left it in the sun for about a week. I just basically didn't really care. It was an old case that was basically bin worthy at this point in time. So I left it in the front yard. If it got stolen, I wasn't really going to care. I'd probably almost feel sorry for the person stealing it. But the Karcher, the pressure washer, did a relatively good job cleaning it out. So it was a bit surprised how well it worked. Granted, you don't really want to do this to most computer cases. We'll move over here to the front. Let's give it a bit more of a clean. And coming up in a minute, there is one thing that I found pretty darn hilarious. Because I didn't notice it at the time, but I noticed it on the replay of the footage. What actually happened was the pressure washer had blown out one of the fans that was barely hanging on. The other thing I was thinking of here was whether or not this would actually kill my grass, which luckily for me it didn't, or at least it didn't kill it in patches that I noticed. But I find it crazy how bad a computer can get. This particular one, I replaced the motherboard in it, I believe twice, due to smoking. So there was an Intel 6th gen processor in there, a 6500, i5 6500, and that particular board that was in there, I can't remember what its model number was, but that one just all of a sudden stopped working within 18 months of it being built. And then I'm pretty sure it did kill another board later on down the line. As you can see from there, we're looking a fair bit better now. This case can actually breathe. And I'm pretty sure here is where I pop the side off and give it a bit more of a hit. So I wasn't too concerned about the drying time of this. Basically, the summer days we're usually getting were anywhere from about 25 degrees Celsius up to about 35, and in the sun it's probably getting up to about 45, 50 degrees. Actually, my mistake. That fan was already pre-existing. But as you can see, look at the color of that water. It is just brown, disgusting. So I hope you guys don't encounter anything as disgusting as this that you have to work on. Granted, when I work on stuff like this, I do feel like I need to charge a hazard pay. So, granted, in this particular instance, this case is basically getting thrown out, or that was the original intent. But it did actually clean up pretty well. So I'm going to keep the video playing here, and I'm going to catch you guys later. Stay healthy and stay away from smoking computers. Bye.